You know what's better than having an awesome value option when you're shopping for a third-row SUV? Two awesome options. I've shown you the Kia Telluride. Today we brought out the Hyundai Palisade, its close cousin. Same platform, two different cars. Today we'll be going over their differences, both aesthetic as well as features that set them apart. A lot of this is subjective, and based on design and layout, you might be more attracted to one or the other, but there are some small features that might sway you the other way. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, I'm Omar with Patterson Autos. One quick note about this Telluride. This is the fully loaded SX Prestige X Pro, which gives you better off-road and towing capabilities, an option that you can't really upgrade to on the Palisade. A more direct comparison to this Palisade Limited that we'll be showing you today would be the Telluride SX. Before we get inside, take a look at both of these faces. I don't really know which one I like more. The Telluride is a bit more boxy, classic styled, and elegant, while the Palisade is pretty sinister, kind of my style. Now, remember, this is the SX Pro package, so you typically wouldn't get these meaty, knobby tires on the Telluride. The features that would set aside the Palisade Limited from the Telluride SX would be that the Palisade will give you auto-dimming mirrors on both the driver and passenger side, while the Telluride will give you LED fog lamps. Your interior layout is going to be very similar. Your features are going to be pretty much where you expect them to be. Right now we're in the Telluride, and I just want to point out the front feels a bit more open because they use this single panel digital dash and infotainment, which cleans things up. One thing that I do have a hard preference on is having a real shifter. On the Palisade, you'll see soon, we're using buttons instead of the lever that we're all used to, and that's just one thing that I really like. However, those buttons do make that center console a lot more clean in the Palisade. It's hard for the camera to pick up, but this top-of-the-line Telluride does come with a heads-up display. Now, it wouldn't come on the SX, but the Palisade Limited does have it, which is the comparable trim. One interesting bit of the Kia Telluride, and you wouldn't know it by looking for buttons, but this has a massaging driver's seat. It's not something that you can just summon and say, I'm going to shiatsu time, but it kicks on either at 30 minutes or 60 minutes to eliminate driver fatigue. Pretty neat. Now, besides these buttons for the transmission selection, the Hyundai Palisade does have more classic styling for the dash. Your instrument panel is still digital and they share the same infotainment screen, but you don't have that single panel that Kia uses. You also get the sliding cover to clean things up in the center console, which you won't see on the Telluride, and you get pass-through storage underneath, where on the Telluride you've just got pockets on the sides. In the second row, the Palisade Limited gets you heated and ventilated seats, which you won't see in the Telluride SX. Tiny difference. Both will actually have the same seat back pockets, but the Palisade gets you the small mesh pocket next to the second row seats. Neither of these cars left the third row behind. They're both very comfortable and they recline. Telluride does get a point for having a third row curtain airbag, but Palisade takes 2 points for the lead here because the third row is heated and it's powered. Check this out. By the way, if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you've got something to discuss, please put it in the comments. Under the hood, both of these cars feature a 3.8-liter V6 engine and 8-speed automatic transmission, but remember, Kia has that X Pro package for the Telluride, which gets you a taller suspension and those knobby tires, and more sporty handling. Like I said, a lot of this is going to be subjective preference. You really can't go wrong with either one, but I hope that this video gives you some clarity and confidence in your buying decision, whichever you choose. As always, huge thank you to Patterson Autos for letting us borrow these cars and play with them. If you want a Telluride, visit us at Viejo Kia. If you want a Palisade, visit us at Tustin Hyundai. I still don't know which one I want. I just got in this one because it saved my seat preferences.